Hello, my name is Lou Marcos, and I am a professor in English and scholar in residence at Houston Baptist University, where I have taught for the last 29 years. In this video today, I want to encourage you to consider HBU's The Academy, where we offer a classical Christian education. What I'd like to do today is take you through 7 benefits of the kind of classical Christian education that we offer at HBU's Academy to help you decide if this is the right program for you. First of all, and I need to state this in the beginning, this program is not utilitarian. We are not training your child for a specific task or a specific job. This is a true liberal arts education where we are trying to liberate or free the mind of young people from what Francis Bacon called the idols of the marketplace. We are not here to teach your child to think for himself. We are here to teach your child to think rightly, to instill logic and grammar and rhetoric. We are here to offer what education has always offered until really the modern period. So this is a true liberal arts education. Number 2, as a true liberal arts education, we are firmly and unapologetically grounded in the great works of the Western intellectual tradition, what is often called the canon. Do we have a common core? We do, but not the common core of the public schools. We have the real common core, the great books that begin with the 5 books of Moses and Homer's Iliad and Odyssey and move forward to today, including Plato and Aristotle, Sophocles, Virgil, Cicero, Shakespeare, Dante, Milton, Chaucer, all the way up, Wordsworth, Tennyson, all the way up to the modern period, encompassing Christian writers, but also pre-Christian writers, and also writers that are not Christian. We will also read people like Darwin and Freud and Marx and Nietzsche, who are quite critical of Christianity. But we believe that the great books are the center of a true liberal arts education, and we believe that a wrestling with those great books is the best method for producing virtuous, morally self-regulating citizens. Now, when I say that the Academy is grounded in the great books, I mean that. We actually read the great books. Too much of our public schools uses textbooks. And although there are some good textbooks, most modern textbooks bend the past to fit our own modern prejudices. We want to expose our students directly, of course in translation, but directly to the great works themselves. Let them deal with that and not with our own kind of modern or postmodern twisting of those things. We're there to sit at the feet of these great poets and historians and philosophers and learn from them. Now, number 4 is very important, and I put it at the center of my 7 points, because part of the problem with public education in America, whatever age the student, is it is driven by a social science view of man that tends to be very reductive. In one moment, the public schools are listening to Darwin and presenting the world as survival of the fittest and taking away any real innate essential dignity to man. In the next moment, they're going to Rousseau and being overly optimistic and thinking that we can build utopia and there's no reason for moral ethical laws. Well, folks, there was a certain guy in American history named John Dewey, and he was actually a disciple of both Darwin and Rousseau. And so you can see why he caused so many problems. Here at the Academy, in a classical Christian model school, we believe what the Bible says, that man was created good in God's image, but he is fallen and depraved. We believe we're made in God's image, and that's why we believe man has innate dignity and value and worth, and that we want to study the things that we create. But at the same time, we understand that we are fallen and depraved, and so there's limits, and it is not an anything goes. Our job is to train people in truth and in virtue. And those are my next 2 points. At HBU's Academy, we do not hold to a postmodern relativist position. We believe that there is such a thing as goodness with a capital G, truth with a capital T, and beauty with a capital B. We are grounded in standards of goodness, truth, and beauty against which we can measure the great books we read as we wrestle to grow in wisdom. We are not relativists. We believe that there are standards. We also believe that a true liberal arts education is an education in virtue, not in values like egalitarianism and environmentalism and all those sorts of things, inclusivism. We believe in the virtues: courage, wisdom, self-control, justice, faith, hope, and love. And we not only want to instill the great works in our students, we want to instill virtues in them. We believe that the liberal arts, the true role of the liberal arts, is not to follow society as it becomes decadent, but to hold up a model of goodness, truth, and beauty that we can aspire to. So we want our students to not only understand virtue, but know how we should feel towards virtue and how we should react towards the books that we are reading. Finally, number 7, because I have to have a 7th point, if there's one thing we want to instill in our students, it is the Socratic mandate of know thyself. Not to thine own self be true, but to thy true self be true. Not excessive introspection that happens in our public schools where students are trained to analyze themselves so they can find what society or their teachers or their parents did to screw them up. No, we want to have the know thyself that David says. Search me, O Lord, and know my anxious thoughts. Uncover my wicked ways and lead me in the way everlasting. If that sounds exciting to you and exciting to your children, I believe that the classical Christian education we offer at the Academy may be the right fit for you and your family. Thank you and have a blessed day.